Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Shenandoah, here at Sparger Field, the site of tonight's Hawkeye 10 Conference baseball game between two-thirds of the Cam-A-Land Triangle. It is Clarinda, it is Shenandoah. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight for this one on our Cam-A video stream. Thanks to our partnership with Forward Digital Solutions and Tate, and of course, anytime Shenandoah and Clarinda get together, it's a fun one. This is an opportunity for Clarinda to open their season. Shenandoah does have one game under their belt already, but here we are ready to get things going here tonight.
Yeah, the Page County Super Bowl is the biggest event between these two. I mean, you prepare for this game all year long. Both teams don't lose to the rival.
Yeah, neither team likes to do that, and this has been a matchup that Clarinda maybe a little more success in years past. Shenandoah has got the best of them a few times throughout the course of it. The battle on the bump tonight, it will be James McCall on the mound for Clarinda. For Shenandoah, they will throw Jade Spangler. We will set the lineups for you as we go here tonight in Shenandoah. Softball game going on behind us. You can also watch that on the Shenandoah YouTube channel. There's also the link. It's posted at camaland.com as well. We'll be here in just a few minutes. The lineup for Clarinda looks like this. They will lead off with Tatum Brown, Ronnie Weidman, James McCall. If anybody gets on, they will have Creighton Tuzio coming up in this first inning. Otherwise, Karsten Beckel, Andrew Jones, Levi Wise, Leland Woodruff, and Kate Ingstrand are the rest of the lineup for Clarinda. Defensively for Shenandoah, had a late injury that kind of forced them to shake their lineup up a little bit. Let's get that sorted out for you, though. We can tell you, like I said, Jade Spangler is pitching tonight. Dalton Athan is catching. Gage Herron is at first. Cole Scammon will be at second. Joey O'Rourke at third. Eli Cameron is at short. Your outfield left to right, Seth Zwickel, Camden Lorimer, and Cole Graham for the Mustangs. 0-1 of the year under head coach Brett Roberts, longtime head coach for Shenandoah. Meanwhile, Clarinda ready to play their first game of the year. They were supposed to play Glenwood the other night. That game was postponed to, I believe, tomorrow night. Glenwood had some conflicts. They decided it was in the best interest to reschedule that game to tomorrow. So those two teams will play tomorrow. This is the season opener for Clarinda here tonight. We're about ready to get things going. If you're watching at home, it will be Clarinda in the blacks, Shenandoah in the maroons. And we are ready to get things rolling with Tatum Brown up to the plate for the Cardinals. Brown, a standout multi-sport athlete, state qualifier in track. Star running back for them in football. Top player for them as well in basketball, and he takes the first pitch. It's a 1-1 count, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
A couple of these athletes just coming off the state track, state tennis, a bunch of different activities.
Yeah, it's a busy time of year, no doubt. So 1-1 from Spangler to Brown in the dirt. And I'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Softball going on just behind us. They started a few minutes early. They're running a little bit further ahead of schedule than we are here tonight in baseball. Here's the 2-1 on the way from Spangler to Brown, and that is in the zone. Called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's cooled off a little bit. Temperatures were showing upper 70s, low 80s, but a wind just came in that has made it feel a little bit chillier than that. Here's the 2-2 from Spangler to Brown, and that is in for a called ball. So the count now full on Tatum Brown at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Spangler to Brown, and he draws the walk. So Tatum Brown gets on with a leadoff base on balls. And now Ronnie Weidman will come up to the plate for Clarinda. So Weidman, a righty, facing Spangler, a righty. Spangler, another one coming off of a lengthy spring season, was a district qualifier in golf. Brown at first. Keep an eye on him. He's got really good speed. Might be someone that's willing to move on the base pass. Has a nice lead at first. Spangler paying no mind to him at the moment. Runner goes. Showing bunt was Weidman, and it hit him. So Brown moves to second. Brown was going regardless, but he gets basically the free base to second. Ronnie Weidman at first. And up to the plate comes James McCall, the pitcher tonight for the Cardinals. A little bit of a new look lineup for Clarinda this year. Some new faces in it. Have a couple of injuries at the moment. A couple of kids didn't come out that were part of last year's team in the last couple of years' success. So seeing some new faces. Karsten Beckel, one of those. He's on the on-deck circle. Waiting his first at-bat of the season. So runners on first and second. First pitch from Spangler in there for a strike. And it's an 0-1 count. Meanwhile, in softball, Clarinda's already out to a 4-zip lead. Here's the 0-1. Spangler takes a long glare at Brown at second. Still glaring out. Now Rockets the 0-1. Showing bunt was McCall. The pitch got away from eighth, and it'll move the runners. So Brown and Weidman moved to third and second. So Brown and Weidman move 90 feet closer. Runners on second and third. Still nobody out for Clarinda here in the top of the first. McCall, the three-hitter with runners on second and third, takes one low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And with nobody on, this is prime sacrifice situation for Clarinda and company. Here's the 1-2, and chasing that one was McCall. The third strike was dropped. They had to throw down the line to get the runner out. That allows Brown to move to third, or move home from third, moves Weidman to third. So McCall, who goes down swinging, does put, kind of helps put a run across, and it's 1-zip advantage Clarinda.
Tatum showed some of that track speed all the way around those bases. I mean, worked around pretty easily. Pretty,
savvy baseball play there, right? They have to throw down the line because of the drop third strike. And Brown was ready to go. Now here's Creighton Tuzio, the runner at third. He takes a big swing at one low for a strike, and it's 0-1. So the 0-1 to Tuzio. Ronnie Weidman resides on third right now. Clarinda with 1 run across already here at the top of the first. And Tuzio in the left field foul. Well, foulers. One thing about Harry Sparger Field here in Shenandoah that I've noticed over the years, I feel like there's a lot more gap between the baselines and the fence and maybe a lot of other fields. Creates for more foul territory to either chase down fly balls or pull one foul. So here's the 0-2. That one is low for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, with those big foul lines, the outfielders really have a ton of space to move out there and catch some pop-outs.
Yeah, anything that hangs in the air for a while, an outfielder is going to have a good chance of tracking down. Here's a 1-2 from Spangler to Tuzio. The 1-2 offering. He pops that one. Foul. Left field line out of play. And the count remains at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on third. This is the 4-hitter for Clarinda in the lineup. Karsten Beckel, who's playing short tonight, awaits on deck. Weidman with a nice lead at third. 1-2. Tuzio puts one into left center. Tracking that one in center. It won't matter. It's over the fence. And it is a 2-run blast from Creighton Tuzio.
Creighton Tuzio really proven himself to be a key piece of this Clarinda team. I mean, pitching and hitting. This last year, he really showed out, and first at bat really showing out too.
When that one left the bat, you could tell it was driven deep. Lorimer started to track it into left center, and it was over the fence and gone. And Creighton Tuzio has made this a 3-zip Clarinda game after the 2-run jack from him.
Number 5, Karsten Beckel.
Here's Karsten Beckel, the shortstop for them tonight, up to the plate. 1 gone, nobody out for Clarinda in the top of the first. That one missed outside. It's a 1-0 count. Jade Spangler pitching. Dalton Nathan catching. Gage Heron at first. Cole Scammon at second. That one in play. It won't leave the infield. Scammon calling for it from second. He catches the pop fly. There is 2 gone in this inning now. As Beckel goes down.
First baseman, number 25.
And now Andrew Jones up to the plate. Playing first base. And, man, he just looks like a first baseman, doesn't he?
Yeah, real tall, lengthy.
First pitch coming from Spangler, and Jones chases one for a swinging strike. It's an 0-1 count. Tatum Brown got on with a walk. Ronnie Weidman was hit by pitch. James McCall struck out. Tuzio drove in. Creighton Tuzio drove in both Brown and Weidman. That one's popped up. Spangler off the hill calling for it, and he grabs it to end the inning, but not before Clarinda gets 3 runs across on 1 hit. They don't leave anybody on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It is 3-zip Cardinals on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
In AgriVision equipment, know 2 things about the future of ag. 1, technology will continue to evolve, and 2, it's still all about the people that make it happen. AgriVision equipment is looking for those people to share in the excitement of driverless vehicles, artificial intelligence, drones, and even more John Deere innovation. If you're excited about what this will offer the ag industry, you might be a fit for service technician positions receiving a competitive wage, benefits package, job growth, and stability. Apply at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
People ask me what my dad does. I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Welcome back to Shenandoah here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. 3-zip Clarinda for half an inning, and Tate and Amy, a pretty ideal start for the Cardinal offense.
Yeah, first inning coming out of the offseason, and that's pretty great. Tuzio with that 2-run bomb kind of helped out, but pretty good way to start off your season.
Yeah, I mean, first half inning, you put 3 runs on the board. That's an ideal way to draw it up if you're Coach Ron Eberle and company. Now Shenandoah will get ready for their top of the lineup to start the bottom of the first. James McCall on the bump for Clarinda. He had some really impressive showings last year. I remember, I believe it was their postseason game against Red Oak where I want to say Cooper Neal might have been the starter coming in, and game got postponed today because of weather, but the starting pitcher, and it's escaping me who it was, I believe had gone past the allotted time they'd be allowed to come back in the next day. And McCall came in and pitched well the next day and helped his team get the win and move on to a district final. Of course, they ultimately made to a sub-state final before losing to Kemper Catholic. Jade Spangler, Camden Lorimer, Dalton Nathan due up in this inning for Shenandoah. First pitch to Spangler is a ball. Brings it to a 1-0 count.
Yeah, James McCall is no new face to this Clarinda defense. I mean, pitching-wise, last game he had a good – I can't remember exactly what team it was, but I'm pretty sure he was really close to a no-hitter.
Yeah.
I think it was Southwest Valley maybe, or –
I remember there was another game last year where he was just on. Here's a 1-1 from McCall to Spangler. We'll set the Clarinda defense for you here in a moment, as that's a swinging strike. Defensively, Leland Woodruff is catching just as fine. Typically, their catcher, I know he's battling a hand injury suffered during basketball season. Andrew Jones is at first, as that is hit right back to McCall. He'll trot over, underhand scoop to Jones. And there's one away in this inning. So 1 gone. So Andrew Jones is playing first. Tatum Brown's at second. Creighton Tuzio's at third. Karsten Beckel is at short. Your outfield left to right, Levi Wise, Kate Engstrand, and Ronnie Weidman. 1 gone. here in the bottom of the first, and the first pitch to Lorimer is low for a ball.
Yeah, Clarinda's still missing Cole Baumgart from basketball season. Which
yes, that's another one.
That's who I think Karsten Beckel's actually playing for right now in shortstop.
And the 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Chris Johnson, the man calling the balls and strikes tonight. Stanton native, longtime official in both basketball and baseball. Here's the 1-1. That is in there for a strike. 1-2. He no stranger to KMA Land Athletics. His sons, Brady, Drake, Carter, all really good athletes. His daughter Marley as well from Stanton. Here's the 1-2 fouled out of play. One ball, two strikes, one gone. Here in the bottom of the first. 3-zip advantage Cardinals up to this point after that 2-run blast from Creighton Tuzio helped the cause. And the 1-2, I think Lorimer thought about chasing it a little bit, realized that was well low, and pulled off of it. 2-2 now the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, and the 2-2 offering. Lorimer chased one. Doesn't connect with it, and he goes down swinging. First strikeout of the night for James McCall. I'm going to try really hard tonight not to call James McCall Johnny McCall, and it's probably going to happen at least once.
I mean, they sound so close. I mean, I get how you get confused.
Brothers?
Yep, they're brothers.
Okay, I figured they look very similar. I didn't know off the top of my head. Here's the first pitch to Dalton Athan, and that is up for a ball. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0, Athan fouls that one back, and that might land on the softball field, and it will land on the softball field. Luckily, they're between innings there, so it doesn't impede the play at all.
Yeah, they've had a couple of those. I mean, during the JV game even.
It's one of the things, I guess, of having fields back-to-back. Here's the 1-1. Coming to Athan. And that one is a ball, 2-1 the count. Meanwhile, there's, I'm guessing, Youth League baseball going on back to our left, and whoever Shenandoah is playing, Shenandoah is beating them 11-6, by the way.
Yeah, the Shenandoah baseball fields are really popping today.
Yeah. Seems to be the case. There's rarely just one game down here. It's 2, 3, sometimes 4. Here's the 2-2. Coming to Athan, and he chases one swinging, and that's how the inning ends. So down in order goes Shenandoah. We played one. 3-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream online at KMAland.com.
Berry, best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Looking for unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on? Look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Headed to the second here in Shenandoah. It is a 3-0 Cardinal advantage in the top of the second inning. Trevor Mater, Tate and Amy with you here tonight. And due up for the Cardinals, there's 7, 8, 9 hitters. Levi Wise, Leland Woodruff, and Cade Ingstrand in the lineup. Anybody gets on base, they will turn it back to the top with Taden Brown in the leadoff spot. Clarinda got one across on some nifty base running. They got runners on, got them to second, third, and then there was a drop third strike on James McCall. Of course, if there's not a runner occupying first base, he's entitled the opportunity to try to assume that base. And Shenandoah had to throw him out on that. Well, that allowed Taden Brown to come home and moved runner 90 feet up and ended up moving Ronnie Weidman to third. Now, that didn't really matter too much where Weidman was because in Creighton Tuzio powered one over the center field fence to make it a 3-zip Clarinda edge.
Yeah, Shenandoah had a kind of pick your poison type situation there but I guess it wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, it's either you don't want to just let him go, and then you've got the bases loaded in that situation and no outs at that time. So, yeah, they were in a tough spot, and the 2-0 homer didn't help. This one is popped up, stays in the infield, and along the foul line, along first base, Heron comes down with it. There is one gone in this inning. And the 8-hitter, Leland Woodruff, who is catching tonight, will come up to the plate for the Cardinals, donning the black uniforms. Are those their typical road uniform? I don't know that I've seen.
I can't remember. I know they wear some red ones, too.
I'm a big fan of the red ones.
I really like the red ones.
Here's the first pitch to Woodruff. Takes it low for a ball, and it's called strike 0-1. 0-1 the count. Meanwhile, softball behind us, still 4-zip there in the second inning. So the 0-1 from Spangler to Woodruff. In play, the throw from short is there on a hop from Cameron. Oh, they're going to say he ran it out from Cameron to Heron. I thought he had it. But he ran
barely.
It out. I'm going to be a nice guy and call that a hit for the time being. That's a tough play to make.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, making the stop and then that long throw from short to first, it's difficult to make.
So up to the plate now comes Kate Engstrand, the 9-hitter for Clarinda. One gone in this inning. Cardinals hoping to turn it back to the top. And Woodruff had a nice lead at first, maybe a little too nice for liking. He had to get back safely as Spangler threw over to Heron. But underneath the tag was Woodruff. So now the first pitch of the at-bat coming to Kate Engstrand. Lays down a bunt, but does so foul. If you've ever followed a Rod Eberle-coached baseball team, they are all about moving base runners, kind of playing. He's not afraid to call it small ball.
Yeah, I mean, they got some speed on their team.
Yeah.
You might as well try and lay down some bunts. And
that's all. I mean, if you have a lineup that's straight power and guys that can find the gaps, and maybe that's not the way you're going to play. They've got speed. They make contact. Is again close play for Woodruff. Gets back safely at first.
He must be sitting at like the perfect. Woodruff must be sitting at like the perfect spots where can't get him on the throwback, but
now he'll go on the pitch. Here's the throw from Athan. Woodruff well underneath it. He timed that perfectly, and it's a stolen bag for Leland Woodruff. He's now at second, one gone. So the 0-2 coming to Engstrand, and he chases one, and that's a swinging strikeout. So he goes down. Spangler's got his second K of the night. And now they'll go back to the top of the order. Taden Brown, who drew a walk in the first inning, comes up to the plate. Woodruff at second. Spangler takes a peek at him. Takes another glance. Now here's the pitch to Brown. Popped up in the infield. Heron under it at first, and there's how the inning will end. So Clarinda gets a runner on a hit, but they strand him at second. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-zip Cards on the KMA video stream, KMAland.com.
Businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit RogersRx.com.
Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Shenandoah will be Jacob Rystrom, Gage Heron, and Cole Graham due up for the Mustangs in the bottom of the second. Down 3-zip facing James McCall in the circle tonight. Clarinda first game of the year under head coach Rod Eberle. Shenandoah did play earlier this year. Took a tough one to a really good Lewis Central team. They're under the guidance of Brett Roberts. Here's the first pitch to Rystrom. And that one is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Well, the wind has died down, and I don't want to say it's warmed up, but it hasn't gotten any cooler, I don't feel like. Next one to Rystrom is up for a ball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, it's really nice out now. I'd say it's warmed up. I don't know.
We had a little cold front come through. I was like, man, I should have brought a jacket. Here's the 1-1. That one's in for a strike, brings it to a 1-2 count on Rystrom. Gage Heron awaiting on deck for the Mustangs. And the 1-2 to Rystrom. Kind of barreled it, and it'll drop foul.
Talk about that long foul spot. I mean, if that would have been any other field, I think it would have been in the parking lot almost. But
yeah, and it's escaping me now. There's one school that I've been to that, the infield fence is kind of in, but I can't think of where it is now. But it always reminds me when I come to Shenandoah how much gap there is between the baselines and the fence. And Rystrom takes that one low. Good eye from him. Makes it a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rystrom hits that one in play to short on a couple hops. Beckel steps into the throw. It was tall, and it gets past Jones. It'll roll to the fence. They will keep Rystrom at first. And Jacob Rystrom gets on what we will call an error. Well, the books is an E6.
First baseman number 4,
And Gage Heron will come up to the plate for his first at-bat of the night and of the night for Shenandoah. Nobody out, 1 on for the Mustangs. And Heron just got a piece of one, fouls it straight back onto the roadway and brings it to an 0-1 count. 0-1 from McCall to Heron. He again was a bit ahead of one and fouls it back almost in a similar spot.
Just underneath of it twice.
When you foul one straight back like that, it's usually, it's all about timing. It means you're either a second early or a second late. It's just a matter of figuring out, which one it is. Here's the 0-2. That one was up and in, and Heron ducked away from it, brings it to a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCall takes a look at the runner on first. And now ready, and again, Heron was ahead of that one and fouls it back at the plate. Yeah, he's been ahead on, every ball that's been a strike in that foul a moment ago as well. Count remains at 1-2. And the 1-2 was up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I have a nice little battle going on here between.
Yeah, he's not chasing anything. He's just been a bit ahead on a few things, and that one, again, fouls it straight back. That is the 6th pitch of this at-bat, because we're a 2-2 count, and he said 2 spoiled.
Yeah, James, he's throwing him in there, but Just fouling him off, battling away.
So Heron now with the 7th pitch of this battle. Again, fouls it back, out of play. That's near a vehicle. And can't tell from here. That's why you never park right there.
Oh, I always park far away.
I always make sure I'm bringing the company car. And 2, I try to park a little ways out there. I need the exercise anyway, so. Here's the 2-2. 8th pitch that's at bat is into left center. It'll get past the left fielder, Wise. It did freeze the runner, Rystrom, though, as he was going to second. But a base hit for Gage Heron. First base hit of the night for Shenandoah.
Had to battle for that base hit. And
he had 9 pitches, and he wins the battle. That's one as a hitter you come away from feeling good about. Here's Cole Graham up to the plate, playing right field tonight for the Mustangs. He's coming off of a really big week at the Blue Oval last week. Shows bunt, lays it down nicely. McCall off the hill, throw over to first to Jones. Got him, but he moves the runners, and there's 1 gone. So Heron to second, Rystrom to third. 1 got on the bunt by Graham. And that was Cole Graham's job there, move the base runners. The only thing you didn't want is, bunting one that kind of pops up and either A, puts your guys in a double play scenario or doesn't move them, and that didn't happen. He laid down a bunt, moves the runners 90 feet up, and now the sacrifice in play with Cole Scammon up to the plate. Scammon takes that one in the zone for a called strike. 0-1 the count to him. According to softball, still up 4-zip tonight. So the 0-1 with 1 gone. Up, runner was going. Rystrom had a big lead, and they got him at third, I think. Yes, they did. Rystrom had quite the lead. And heads-up play by Woodruff to come up ready to fire. Throws down the line to Tuzio, and Rystrom was out by quite a bit.
What a shot by Woodruff.
That was a rope. And there are 2 gone in this inning now as Rystrom goes down. And that could change the inning immensely with, you go from runners on second, third with 1 out to now just a runner on second with 2 outs.
That changes everything.
Here's the 1-2, and Scammon strikes out of the inning. Yeah, you go from an it's uncopped third strike. They'll throw down the line, and Jones catches it. You go from having an opportunity to maybe drive one in on a sacrifice to leaving a runner on and ending the inning with no runs. So we have played 2. It is 3-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream.
Eric Huff from Total Farm Solutions, west of Carson. We're excited to offer growers yet another way to increase their profits. We made this decision with input from our customers to go with a proven company, Pioneer. Pioneer Seed is a leader in the industry, and we are anxious to talk to our customers about the benefits of planting Pioneer. We wanted to take advantage of this opportunity for our customers. Contact me today at Total Farm Solutions, west of Carson, to find out more about how planting Pioneer on your acres can help your operation.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Oh, we played 2 here at Terry Sparger Field in Shenandoah. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Dale Sandquist running the PA. And it is 3-zip advantage. Clarindas, we go to the 3rd here tonight on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com, and due up in this inning for Clarinda will be their 2, 3, 4 hitters, Ronnie Weidman, James McCall, Creighton Tuzio. Anybody gets on, Karsten Beckel will join the fun. Jade Spangler on the bump for Shenandoah as he's been through the first 2 innings. And the first pitch to Weidman is in the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count.
There's some more of that bunting you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and when you're bunting in this situation with nobody on to start the inning, you're bunting for a hit. Here's the 0-1. Weidman takes that one for a strike, and now with 2 strikes, a bunt is, I would imagine, out of the realm of possibility. So 0-2. Weidman calls time, steps up, box. Yeah, when you're showing a bunt, your leadoff here in the inning, you're saying, hey, this might be our best chance to get hit, and he's got the speed. We trust him to run it out if he just puts it in play. So the 0-2 to Weidman, and just got a piece of it.
I think he kind of hesitated on that swing. He wasn't sure if he wanted it, and then realized it was probably going to be in the strike zone, so he had to take a chop at it.
And he just got enough of it to keep his at-bat going. 0-2 the count to him. Weidman playing in right field tonight. And the 0-2 is driven into shallow center for a base hit. Ronnie Weidman, a leadoff knock for Clarinda here in the third. And James McCall, who struck out in the first, will come up to the plate.
So far, what we've really realized is Clarinda's offense is, for this first game, they're picking back up where they left off.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting the ball in play. They're getting runners on, and we've seen kind of a little bit of everything from them. As Weidman has to slide back under the tag at first on the throw from Spangler to Heron. Still the first pitch awaiting James McCall with this at-bat. And that one is low, and Weidman had a big lead. Did he get back safely? Yes, he did, just barely. Like I said earlier, Clarinda base runners, they're going to be aggressive.
Yeah, he was well over halfway. He had to sprint back to... Could have went either way there.
Yeah, he got froze for a second, it kind of looked like, and then able to get back safely. 1-0 the count to McCall. McCall, was it fair along third baseline? They didn't really signal yet. Now they signal foul. That was right along the line. They call it foul. So the runners obviously will have to stay put. A runner with Weidman at first. So here comes the 1-1 from Spangler to McCall. And again, he was ahead of one, and the hit and run obviously on for Clarinda right now with how aggressive Weidman is being on the bases. Anything in contact, he's going. The only thing you worry about with that is you get a hard hit liner or something to an infielder that puts him in a double play situation. Here's the 1-2 to McCall. Weidman goes. McCall fouls it.
Yeah, he's running on any contact. I mean, it's definitely a hit and run situation, but they must trust him enough to get back if that double play situation does.
Yeah, this situation, the only thing you don't want is, like I said, a hard hit, just laser to an infielder that, doesn't bounce. Anything on the ground, you probably feel comfortable with, unless it's right to the second base bag.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. That is into shallow center over the head of the shortstop Cameron, and Weidman was already almost to second. He was thinking about third, stumbled, and he'll stay at second. It's a base hit for James McCall. The line keeps moving for Clarinda, and Creighton Tuzio comes up to the plate. We'll see how they attack Tuzio. We'll see a courtesy runner for Clarinda, by the way.
Courtesy runner for Clarinda, number 32, Caden Butt.
Caden Butt will be the courtesy runner for them. Tuzio, the last time out, deposited one over the center field fence. I mean, you don't really want to pitch around a guy here with 2 runners on and nobody out. But I imagine you're going to try to work him outside, and Tuzio takes that one up. You touched on this a little bit earlier, Taden. Tuzio was really a breakthrough player for them last year. Came in like they're kind of started like their number 3, number 4 guy on the mound, and was really, really good. That one is in the zone for a strike.
Yeah, he definitely worked his way up. He's one of the top pitchers now with Cooper Neal gone and a couple others. he's definitely worked his way up there. Him and James McCall are going to see a lot of time on the mound this year.
Yeah, you can make the argument that Tuzio is their number one, although I don't know they really have like a true number one this year. Here's the 1-1, and that is in on the numbers, and it's a 2-1 count. That's kind of been par for the course for Clarinda baseball, right? You don't usually see them have like one ace. We've got 4 guys that we can throw out here that we trust to burn some innings and play smart baseball and keep us in games.
Yeah, it's been that way for as long as I can remember anyway. I mean, I can't remember any standout pitchers.
Yeah.
I just remember a bunch of good pitchers.
2-1, Tuzio takes, and it's a strike. Yeah, you never – I mean, not that they haven't had good pitchers. They've had good pitchers.
Yeah, they've had good
but I don't know that you've seen, a great one come through. They just, Michael Scholl was really, really good by the end of his career. That'd be maybe one example they've had. But, I mean, always strong pitching from the Cardinals. Here's the 2-2 to Tuzio. Runners on first and second. And Tuzio takes that one up. Runners go. Weidman sliding in at third. Gets to third. McCall goes to second, so the double steal pays off for Clarinda. Softball still a 4-0 game behind us. TJ Young, Jay Soderberg have the call of that if you want to watch that on the Shenandoah YouTube channel. Here's the full count pitch coming from Spangler to Tuzio, and it's up, and it's a walk, and the bases are stacked with Clarinda base runners. As Karsten Beckel will come up to the plate.
Number 5, Karsten Beckel.
The infield will meet for Shenandoah. Coach Brett Roberts will come out and talk with his infield. Rod Eberly will have the same chat. Well, not the same chat, but a chat with his batter and base runners, as well as Andrew Jones, who's in the on-deck circle. It's been a fun week of baseball already. The season technically could start last week. And some programs did play. So Shenandoah played Lewis Central early in the week last week. A lot of the small school programs did not play because you got so many things going on with state track, state golf, state tennis, postseason soccer all going down last week. But now we get into the thick of the season. It's kind of a short season, too, when you think about it. I mean, it's May 25th. Postseason baseball starts July 1st. I mean, so 5 weeks, and we'll be into the tournament trail time.
Yeah, these small Southwest Iowa schools, I mean, everyone plays every sport. They don't have enough to spread them across, so they can't really start until track and tennis and soccer are over. And
here's the first pitch to Beckel, and it is up for a ball. Brings it to a 1-0 count. Jade Spangler been on the mound for Shenandoah through the first 2 innings. He's got the bases loaded right now. That one is low, gets away from the catcher eighth, and it'll send Weidman in. It'll move the runners up to third and second, respectively. So Butt goes to third. Put Tuzio at second. Weidman scores on the passed ball. Beckel's got a 2-0 count in his favor.
Winery. You say you got a scorebook, extra scorebook somewhere? Yeah. I'll take it. I made my own little sheet here. But
so here's Karsten Beckel with the 2-0 count. Takes that one out for a ball, and it's 3-0.
Clarinda still showing some aggressive base running skills. I mean, getting in on that pass ball. And
so here's the 3-0, and with nobody out, this is a take pitch all the way, and it was taken by Beckel for a strike. And this is the prime position to be in right now if you're Clarinda with nobody out, runs on second, third. You just want anything hard hit. Is probably anything in the grass is probably going to score a run unless it's really shallow hit. It's probably going to score. Here's the 3-1 from Spangler to Beckel. Beckel takes, and he takes a strike. Good job by Spangler to battle back with a couple of strikes when he's needed to in this inning.
If I had to guess, I'd say anything, honestly, on the ground is going to score or make the bases full. I mean, it's going to be up to the Shenandoah infield to decide whether you want to let up that.
The only thing that might is, a ground ball to third could maybe freeze the runner, depending how hard hit it is. But Beckel fouls that one straight back to the fence. And the count is at 3-2. So a payoff pitch coming from Jade Spangler to Karsten Beckel. Kind of a savvy at-bat from Beckel so far. Was up 3-0. Took a couple strikes. Is spoiled a pitch now. And he awaits the 3-2 offering. He pops that one up. That'll go out of play. That lands on the net.
Spangler really turned this into a battle. I mean, it looked like 3-0.
Yeah.
Made Beckel work for it a little bit.
Yeah, he's been able to get 4 more pitches out of this at-bat after being down 3-0. You know, they've technically all been strikes, although 2 of them don't count because they were foul balls. Here's the 3-2. 8th pitch of this at-bat, and Beckel goes down swinging. Nice strikeout by Spangler to battle back from down 3-0.
How about that battle? I mean,
that was good. This is if Shenandoah can get out of this inning, giving up just that 1 run. That'll be the at-bat you look back on as a big one for them. Of course, they've got to get some runs going as well. Here's Andrew Jones up to the plate. He flew out in the first inning. And he takes one for a strike.
If Shenandoah can turn this into only 1-run inning, I'd say that's a major victory for them. I mean, they've had given up 2 base hits now and a walk. It's
considering you had bases loaded with nobody out, you'll take only surrendering 1 run in that frame all the time as Jones chases one for a swinging strike, brings it to 0-2. So Spangler, after being down 3-0 in that first, came back and thrown nothing but strikes. Here's the 0-2. From Spangler, Jones hits that along the third baseline. It just went foul.
That was close.
That was another one right along the line.
Just think, I mean, if that would have ended up being fair, that would have scored 2 runs there. That would have been.
Oh, yeah. So 0-2. The count to Jones. Tuzio at second. Caden Butt is a courtesy runner at third. And Jones chased one. It was a drop third strike. Ethan kind of froze for a moment. He threw to first, and the throw rolls into right. It'll score at least 1. They will send Tuzio around, and it's a 2-run sequence for Clarinda after the error for Shenandoah. And it puts Jones on as well after the drop third strike.
There's another one of those situations. I mean, we just saw that in the first inning, too, with the, well, you get the out or do you allow the run to score, and that one kind of.
Yeah. I think what hurt them wasn't so much it was the hesitation. Ethan came up and he kind of paused for a moment, and that threw everything out of whack.
Well, I mean, I wonder if that first inning had anything to do with it. Yep. I mean, watching a run score after throwing it down.
So Jones, who struck out, actually ends up at second. And now up to the plate is Levi Wise. So 1-1 count. 2 Wise as Clarinda's got this up to a 6-0 lead. They put on 3 here in this inning. And that one is a taken strike to bring it to 1-2. 1 gone, runner on second for Clarinda. Softball, Shenandoah has been able to cut into that lead. They're now only down 4-2.
They've got runners on inning. They got runners on second and third over there too. I mean,
Wise kind of swung in on one and fouls it along the right field line. So I feel like every time Clarinda and Shenandoah softball meet, it's kind of a wild and wacky game. I think I did like a 14-7 game a couple years ago.
Last year, I remember, I mean, it was a really close game. Yep. I think Shenandoah ended up pulling it out in extra innings, maybe. I don't remember. It was just really close. I remember it.
Here's a 1-2. Spangler takes a long peek at Jones at second, and that is into right. It will drop for a base hit. Jones will go to third. The cutoff throw was a little errant. Back to Heron at first, but Spangler was back behind it. And it's runners on the corners for Clarinda after that hit by Levi Wise. Runners on the corners, one gone. 6-zip. Advantage Clarinda with Jones at third. Wise at first. Leland Woodruff, who had a single and then stole a bag back in the second inning, up to the plate. So runners on the corners. Runner goes at first, does Wise. And they almost got the runner at third. Jones had a big lead. Athan came up ready to throw and went over to O'Rourke at third. And the throw was just a little too far back. Otherwise, I mean, they had him, but...
Yeah, Andrew was a little... Jones was a little too far, and I think they could have got him there if it would have been the perfect spot, but just a little bit...
And them choosing to make the throw to third, by the way, did allow Levi Wise to steal the bag at second. So runners at second and third, one gone. For the Cardinals, up 6-zip in the third. That one is taken for a strike. It's 2-1. Shenandoah has chipped into that lead by one more run. So 2-1 from Spangler to Woodruff. Low and in the dirt. Athan kept it in front of him, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 gone. Runners on second, third for Clarinda, up 6-zip. Here in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch. We'll see how aggressive Woodruff is with this one. And he was aggressive enough to swing at one low, and it's a 3-2 count to him now. So 3-2.
Shenandoah softball just tied it up at 4.
They've got it knotted at 4 in the third inning there. That one is a ball to Woodruff, so that loads the bases for Clarinda. With Woodruff at first, Wise at second, Andrew Jones at third. And Cade Engstrand, who struck out back in the second inning, up to the plate. Engstrand takes the first pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. So the 1-0 from Spangler to Engstrand with Jones at third. Wise at second, Woodruff at first, and all of them with nice leads. I mean, they're not going to steal here, but they're going to be ready to go if there's a pass ball / wild pitch.
Well, anything goes on that. I mean, full bases loaded, any contact, you got to go.
There's the 1-1. Coming from Spangler. So he takes his time with the delivery. Now the 1-1. Showing bunt was Engstrand. Kind of an interesting play there in terms of a bases-loaded bunt.
I mean, I wonder if they...
Well, the thought behind that is, I mean, to stop a run, the catcher's going to have to come and either, if you hit it shallow enough, he's going to have to field it. And instead, Engstrand takes a big swing at one and goes down swinging. I mean, I don't know that it's right or wrong or anything. There's 2 outs now in this inning. I mean, the thought is you hit it shallow enough in the grass, whoever the catcher is, in this case, Athan's going to have to play it, and then either the pitcher's going to come over and cover the bag really fast, or Athan's got to make a really quick dash to the plate. So, I mean, a lot of variables to that, but ended up being a moot point because he fouled it off. Now, here's the top of the lineup, Tatum Brown up. They've gone through the order in this inning.
That was a really huge strikeout there.
So the 0-1, Brown just got a piece of that. That is into right center, and underneath it in right is Graham to end the inning. So Clarinda gets 3 runs across. Could have been a lot worse for Shenandoah, though. And we go to the bottom of the third. 6-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream, KMAland.com.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
Well, Clarinda added 3 runs in the third inning, the top of the third inning, but Tate and Amy could have been a heck of a lot worse for Shenandoah. Down 6-0, though, as we go to the bottom of the third here tonight in Shenandoah.
Still, you got to give props to Shan. I mean, there was 1 out, bases loaded. It was looking like a scary situation, and then a nice strikeout from Spangler and pop out, and that was the inning, allowing no runs off that bases loaded situation.
Now Seth Zwickel will come up to the plate, and that's going to prompt me to rearrange my scorebook a little bit. They originally had Cole Scammon in the 7 spot, Zwickel in the 8, but they switch him tonight. Zwickel in the 7 hole, Scammon in the 8. Zwickel took a strike on the first one, check swing, and it's a strike to bring it to an 0-2 count. So the 0-2. Zwickel high hops one. It's into the glove of McCall, and he'll trot over. Underhand scoop to Jones, and there's 1 gone in this inning.
Nice little stop there by McCall.
Shenandoah's had 1 base runner so far tonight. Oh, check that. They've had 2. They had Rystrom reach on an error, and then Heron had a single. Rystrom got thrown out at third, and then Heron got stuck on the bases back in the inning. Now here's Cole Scammon up to the plate. Actually, that looks to be Eli Cameron's. Their lineup's all sort of
I think they were battling with some injuries too that mixed up their lineup.
Yeah, I know when I talked to Coach Roberts, they'd had a situation where right before they had someone become unavailable as that's into center for a base hit. By Cameron. So Cameron gets on. So the 1-0 coming to Spangler is Cameron at first being kind of aggressive. A nice lead. And that is in there for a strike, brings it to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Just getting a piece of that at the plate and fouling it back is Spangler. Brings it to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the order due up for the Mustangs at the moment with 1 gone, a runner on first. Here is the 1-2. McCall taking his time. Now launches the 1-2. Check swing and in the zone. Spangler goes down swinging. That is the 3rd strikeout of the night for McCall. There are now 2 gone in this inning as Camden Lorimer comes up to the plate.
James McCall trying to keep Eli Cameron in check over on the bag, looking him back a couple times.
So Lorimer takes the first one for a strike, 0-1. Shenandoah's had just 2 base runners so far tonight. They haven't been able to drive it a run. They were in a good spot in the last inning. It's the 0-1. is on a hop. Third baseman Tuzio with the throw. Almost pulled Jones off the bag, but he gets to it, and that's how the inning ends. So a clean frame for James McCall. And we will go to the fourth. 6-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream, KMAland.com.
In AgriVision Equipment know two things about the future of ag. One, technology will continue to evolve, and two, it's still all about the people that make it happen. AgriVision Equipment is looking for those people to share in the excitement of driverless vehicles, artificial intelligence, drones, and even more John Deere innovation. If you're excited about what this will offer the ag industry, you might be a fit for service technician positions receiving a competitive wage, benefits package, job growth, and stability. Apply at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
People ask me what my dad does. I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Berry, best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Looking for unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on? Look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Welcome back to Shenandoah here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight. Some position changes for Shenandoah. Jade Spangler's night on the mound is done. He'll now move to short. We'll try to make sense of all of these position changes. Gage Herron now pitching. He was playing first. Cole Graham moves from right to first. Eli Cameron, who was playing short, moves over to right, and Jade Spangler, who was pitching, is playing short. Clear as mud as we begin this fourth inning, and due up for Clarinda is their 2-3-4 hitters. Ronnie Weidman, James McCall, and Creighton Tuzio. Anybody gets on, and Karsten Beckel will get in as well. Weidman wears that one, and that's the second time that he's been plunked. It's not a stat you necessarily want to wear with pride, but, I mean, hey, it helps boost the on-base percentage, doesn't it?
It's one way to get on base. I mean,
yeah. As long as you get on base, that's all that really matters. So James McCall up to the plate. And that one is in there for a strike. Still 4-4 in the softball game going on behind us. So the 0-1 coming from Herron to McCall. He was chasing one out, and it's a swinging strike. Weidman had a little bit of a run at first. And one thing we've seen tonight from Ronnie Weidman, he's not afraid to be aggressive on the base paths. That's kind of par for the course with this Clarinda lineup.
I'd say about everybody on the Clarinda lineup so far has been aggressive on the base path.
There's the 0-2. Coming from Herron, and it is up. Weidman will retreat back to first. One ball, two strikes. Creighton Tuzio awaiting on deck for Clarinda. And the 1-2 is a ball just outside, 2-2 the count. 2-2, nobody out, one on for the Cardinals, up 6-0 in the top of the fourth. Weidman ready to go on contact, it looks like. 2-2, it's low. Weidman kind of got froze for a minute. He'll have to go. The throw is, did he get him? He got him. Nice throw by Athan.
Weidman couldn't really decide if he wanted to go back or if he wanted to steal second, kind of hesitated, and I think that's what got him. I mean, I think he could have got back either way, got back or 2 second, but kind of froze for a little bit. And
the Clarinda dugout letting him know, too, that you got to be, assertive with that. If you're going to go, you got to go. If you're going to get back, you got to get back. And you kind of that's the worst thing you do as a base runner is get froze, as that one is worn by McCall.
Third baseman, number 11, Creighton Tuzio.
And now Creighton Tuzio comes up with a runner on, one gone in this inning. Tuzio hit that 2-run blast back in the first. Caden Butt will be the courtesy runner for McCall, the pitcher. 6-0 advantage Clarinda. You're in a spot, if you're the Cardinals, you'd love to scrape a couple runs across and really put the pressure on the Mustangs going to the bottom of the fourth. And that one is on a hop back to the catcher, Athan. It'll allow Butt to safely get to second. So Caden Butt to second on the wild pitch. And it's 1-0. So the 1-0 with one gone, runner on second for Clarinda. Tuzio facing Heron for the first time tonight. Just got a piece of one. Got it back into the on-deck circle where Karsten Beckel had to get out of the way of that one. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. One gone and a runner on second. Heron takes a look over at that runner on second. Now ready to come set. And the 1-1, Tuzio fouls it away. Counts at 1-2.
I mean, we know Tuzio has the power to hit it over, but I wonder if on that foul ball back towards Beckel, how important it was to get out of the way of that ball. I mean,
that's one you want to get out of the way of by any means necessary. Here's the 1-2. Tuzio was a bit ahead of that one. Fouls along the third baseline. Coach Eberly with the bare hand grab of it from the coach's box. I'm sure he can still spin the pill a little bit. 1-2 the count. Coming from Heron to Tuzio. And the 1-2, Tuzio pops that up into foul territory, and it'll land over the fence in foul territory. Out of play, and a pitch spoiled by Tuzio. Softball game still very intriguing behind us. 4-4, your score of that one.
Clarinda and Shenandoah softball always putting up good games.
Like I said, I feel like I've seen a lot of games between those two teams that are always wild. I think Logan Hughes, I think back to a game I did where Logan Hughes hit one in Clarinda that I'm still not sure has landed. Here's the 1-2. Tuzio pops one up. Playable for Shenandoah. No, it's not. It goes off the dugout out of play. Another pitch wasted by Tuzio. These two teams will meet again later in the year in Clarinda. Here's the 1-2. Coming from Heron to Tuzio. His runner is still at second. That runner being Caden Butt. The 1-2. Tuzio got a piece of it. Stayed fair right along the first baseline. He just nicked it. And it somehow stayed fair, so he is gone from first. It did move Butt over to third. You know, if these were wooden bats, that'd probably be a broken bat.
Yeah. How about
roller, but obviously they're metal, so it's not.
How about that play from the first baseman being able to just scoop it up and foot right there? I mean,
you're kind of in a tough spot, too, as a first baseman, as Karsten Beckel found someone back, because you don't want to play it too soon in case it rolls foul, but also you don't want to not play it at all and give the runner a chance to run it out. Here's the 1-0 from Heron to Beckel. Beckel struck out and flown out tonight. 2 gone, so sacrifice out of the equation for Clarinda. That one is low for a ball. 2-0 the count. Six-zip advantage, Clarinda. That's actually a called strike, bringing it to a 1-1 count. 1-1 with 2 gone, and that one is a ball. 2-1.
You know, with Karsten Beckel up, I feel like it's this new Clarinda team. It's relatively new. I mean, they lost a lot from last year, but they returned a few. But playing new positions, everybody is, and it's a little interesting to see them come out. I mean, still hitting the ball well. Obviously, playing pretty good defense too. I mean, it's kind of cool to see this team come together like that. I mean.
Beckel takes that one for a strike, and it's 2-2. Yeah, this is a little bit of a new-look Clarinda team. As the 2-2 is up, and it'll be a ball to bring it to 3-2. You think back to the last couple years they've had, 2021. What a team that was. Getting to the state tournament. Had a chance to do a couple of their postseason games. They beat Trainer in a district final, or a district semifinal. Then their sub-state final win against Panorama. Just a fun game. Last year really felt like a year where they were, the pieces were there for them to get back. As that's a ball taken low by Beckel. He'll occupy first base with the base on balls. And, I mean, baseball's a weird game. They beat Kemper Catholic twice in the regular season. It's tough to beat a team 3 times, and they saw that in a sub-state final, losing to Kemper Catholic up at Thomas Jefferson High School. But, I mean, they've had a good little run lately, and always kind of a consistent program in the Hawkeye 10. Of course, being a smaller school, rare to see them maybe contend for a conference title per se, because you got to go into the Lewis Centrals, the Harlans, the Glenwoods of the world, but always a sneaky team come playoff time. It probably won't be any different this year. It's probably be significantly better. And we got a little bit of a rundown here, but gets back to third as the throw was a little off for the third baseman, O'Rourke. That allowed Butt to get back, and it also allows Beckel to take second. So, again, kind of the double steal was in play for Clarinda.
Interesting little run down there. I mean, wasn't sure what was going to happen.
But got bailed out to an extent there with that throw being a little off. That one's in the dirt to Andrew Jones.
I mean, back to, last year's, I mean, I'm sure that the returning players, they know what they want now. Yep. I mean, they want to go back to the...
Yeah, I mean, the blueprint's kind of been there for the last couple of years, right? Here's the 1-0. Jones got a piece of it. That's into shallow right. Tracking that and grabbing that is Cameron, to end the inning, who's now into right. And Clarinda can't get any runs across in that frame. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 6-zip Cardinals on the KMA video stream.
Businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit RogersRx.com.
Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Welcome back to Shenandoah here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you tonight from Harry Sparger Field. Beautiful night for baseball. It was all cool and windy when things started, but whatever that cold front was has passed through. Wherever that cold front was has passed through, and it's came into a nice night of baseball and softball here in Shenandoah. And the first pitch of the bottom of the fourth inning to Dalton Nathan is a strike. 0-1 the count to him. And that one is fouled back to bring it to an 0-2 count. Nathan, a sophomore. So the 0-2 to him. James McCall still on the bump for Clarinda. That is fouled out of play, and that'll land on the softball field into right field, and they'll have to actually stop softball plays so the right fielder for Shenandoah can go over and grab it. And now there's a base hit into right. And digging for second is that roll. Digging for second is Nathan, and he got there safely. Dalton Nathan put on the wheels to get a double. First extra base hit of the night for the Mustangs. And Jacob Rystrom back up to the plate. Now, Rystrom got on an error. It was their first base runner of the night, then got thrown out at third.
Shenandoah's really looking to make something happen here with this little deficit they got going. They got to chip away at it now.
Eighth will be courtesy ran for. And that looks to be Zane McManus who will come out and run for them. Freshman will do the honors as he moves to second, or occupies eighth and spotted second, I should say. So nobody out, and a runner on second for Shenandoah. Rystrom pops one up into left center. Wise tracking and gloving it for the first out of the inning. So Rystrom the first out. Now Gage Heron, who singled for Shenandoah in the second, will come on up to the plate. So we got Gage Heron with a single to his name already tonight. That one is fouled, brings it to an 0-1 count. Shenandoah just trying to scratch a couple runs across, stay afloat in this game. Maybe, run the pitch count on McCall up, see if you can get something going there. Here's the 0-1. And I think Heron wanted to, he planted the leg like he was going to take a hack at it and then decided it was low and that wouldn't be a good idea. 0-2 now the count on him. Call with a long glare at the runner. Now the 0-2, and way ahead of that one was Heron. He goes down swinging. Second out of this inning, and let's see, I've got that as the fourth strikeout of the night for McCall. And with two gone, Cole Graham takes that one in for a ball. Graham was busy last week in Des Moines, part of Shenandoah's champion sprint medley relay team. Also part of a 4x1 team that finished 6th in Class 2A. This is a 1-0 to Graham, and it's in the zone for a strike, 1-1.
What a showing the Shenandoah Mustangs had at that track meet.
They had a real, about everything that could go right for them did. They have a couple championships. Alex Ray-Z in the 400, very impressive. 1-1. That's a ground ball to second, and the throw to Jones is there from Brown, and that's how the inning will end. So Shenandoah got a runner on second to lead things off. Couldn't do anything with it. We've played 6-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream.
Eric Huff from Total Farm Solutions, west of Carson. We're excited to offer growers yet another way to increase their profits. We made this decision with input from our customers to go with a proven company, Pioneer. Pioneer Seed is a leader in the industry, and we are anxious to talk to our customers about the benefits of planting Pioneer. We wanted to take advantage of this opportunity for our customers. Contact me today at Total Farm Solutions, west of Carson, to find out more about how planting Pioneer on your acres can help your operation.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Headed to the fifth here at Harry Sparcher Field. It is the bottom of the order coming up for Clarinda, Levi Wise, Leland Woodruff, and Kate Engstrand. Up, anybody gets on base. Tatum Brown will join the fun. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight on the KMA video stream online at KMAland.com. Thanks to our partnership with Forward Digital Solutions. At Bob Lucky Fulton Field tonight, they've got a wild softball game going on. 5-4 the score in the fifth. TJ Young and Jay Soderberg have the call of that on the Shenandoah YouTube channel, and you can watch it at KMAland.com as well. Thanks to that partnership with FDS. Here is Levi Wise ready to face Gage Heron for the first time tonight, and that one is low for a ball. What another count? So 1-0 to Wise. He chases one for a swinging strike. So Shenandoah is 1-1 on the year up to this point.
They got Lewis Central, and then they beat
Missouri Valley.
Missouri Valley,
yeah,
yep.
Last night.
I did.
That is found out of play. Beat Missouri Valley 11-2. They will be back at it. See if I can get Bound to load in a time. They'll be back at it. They actually have a doubleheader with St. Albert next Tuesday. The Hawkeye 10 started doing a lot of the doubleheaders. I'm not a fan of them at all, but it's neither here nor there. Here's the 1-2 coming from Heron to Wise, and he timed that one up nice. It's grounded to short, though. Spangler's throw is in time. And down goes Levi Wise.
I bet those athletes like the double headers so they don't have to drive to, like Clarinda and Shenandoah don't have to drive to Denison every 2 times.
I mean, but it wouldn't be 2. It'd probably be 1-1.
But then I guess both don't have to.
I actually think there's an argument made that, schools like Clarinda, Red Oak, Shenandoah, it might hurt you a little more to play 2 games, in a day. Because you think about your what you have for pitching is very limited that night. Here's Leland Woodruff up to the plate. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Obviously the Harlans, the Lewis Centrals, the Denisons, the Glenwoods, they're in a lot better spot with that.
Yeah, they've got those players, the
they've
numbers.
Got the depth. 1-0, Woodruff foul tips it to bring it to a 1-1 count.
Well, what we were talking about earlier with Clarinda, they've got the bullpen with the 4 good pitchers, but not really a standout. But I think that's really all they've got is those 4 good pitchers. I mean, after that, you kind of.
Here's a 1-1, misses low, and it's a ball, brings it to a 2-1. So Shenandoah's got St. Albert next week. They've got Glenwood coming up on it will be Wednesday night, and then Red Oak on Thursday.
A lot of baseball.
It's going to be par for the course for the rest of the year. As that one misses low for a ball, 3-1. You look at the Hawkeye 10 this year, and I think everyone would say Lewis Central's the favorite. As Clarinda has grown their lead to 7-4 now in the softball game. Here's the 3-1. That was in on Woodruff. He draws the walk. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Lewis Central's the favorite till they're not. Harlan's going to be tough. Glenwood's going to be tough. I did St. Albert AL last night, and even in a loss, St. Albert looked like a pretty tough team. Kemper, I did them on Tuesday night. They returned a lot from a state tournament team last year.
The Hawkeye 10 is stacked this year in baseball. I mean, even Creston and Clarinda.
Creston started the year 4-0 as there's a pick play. Woodruff gets back. I think if you look at Hawkeye 10, I don't know that I see one great team. I see 7, 8 good teams that are going to be tough outs any given night. I think you can throw these 2 in that mix, no doubt. The most intriguing one to me is here's the 1-0. Coming up to Cade Engstrand, he chases that one for a strike and back safely is Woodruff. The most intriguing team to me is Red Oak. With what they return, they've got some very talented athletes atop their lineup. Dawson Bond, Chase Roeder, A.J. Schmid. This is the most experienced team they've had in a long time. They're off to a pretty good start to the year. We'll see what they can do as the year goes on. In a lot of ways, is the 1-1 coming from Heron, and Engstrand went down swinging and then gunned down at second, trying to steal was Wise. Nice throw by Athan to Scammon at second to get, Woodruff rather, not Wise, that was thrown out on the 2-4 put out. Red Oak in a lot of ways with the talent they have, the experience they have, the way they pitch, the way they play, remind me a lot of that Clarinda team from 2 years ago. I'm not saying they're going to end up having the same result as Engstrand strikes out to end the inning and Clarinda can't put any runners on. And we'll have to hold that thought into the bottom of the fifth. 6-zip Cardinals on the KMA video stream, KMAland.com.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned, and they offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes to having a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacist to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy in Oakland. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bottom of the fifth, and it is a 6-0 Clarinda lead here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight. It is Cole Scammon, and then it'll be Seth Zwickel, Eli Cameron coming up in this inning for Shenandoah. And first pitch swinging is Scammon, just fouls it over the head of the first baseman, Andrew Jones. Back to finish that thought from the top of the fifth. We were talking about the Hawkeye 10 and the teams in it and how tough it's going to be night in and night out. So in a lot of ways, Red Oak, I see some resemblances of that Clarinda team from 2 years ago with the way they play, the pitching they have, the experience they have. That's going to be a team that they're going to take some bumps probably in the conference. This here's the 0-1 for a ball. Their record might not look super pretty going into the postseason because they're going to play the Lewis Centrals, the Glenwoods, the Harlans. But I don't know that I'd want to play them come tournament time. And the same could be said probably for Clarinda. Shenandoah has been competitive in their postseason losses as well in years past. As here's the 1-1. And that is low to Scammon to bring it to a 2-1 count. Of course, we're a long ways from that. I mean, we're 5 weeks away from the postseason starting.
Yeah, in my opinion, whoever comes out on top of the Hawkeye 10 conference, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a rough. I mean, anybody can win any day.
I want to say the last team to go through the Hawkeye 10 on B, unless it's happened very recently and I'm drawing a blank on it, was Lewis Central back in the maybe late 2000s. I'd have a look as Scammon takes that one in for a ball, and there's all sorts of calamity going on in the softball game behind us, but Clarinda's grown their lead up to 9-4. Payoff pitch from McCall to Scammon, and it sends him down as Scammon strikes out looking.
Left fielder number 3, Seth Zwickel.
And now Seth Zwickel up to the plate. One gone for the Mustangs in this inning. So we talked about what Shenandoah's got coming up. So here's the first pitch. Zwickel chases one and swing and a miss. We know they've got Glenwood tomorrow. The game was supposed to be earlier this week, got rescheduled to tomorrow night. That'll be an interesting one. Zwickel got a piece of that one, and it's an 0-2. They get a doubleheader with Atlantic. That's another team didn't really talk about. They're off to a pretty good start, in play. Got a win over a good Lennox team the other night. They'll have Red Oak in Red Oak next Wednesday night, and they get a couple days off. They'll play Missouri Valley. They've got a doubleheader with St. Albert the following week. They stay busy. Zwickle lines one to third. Tough throw. Tuzio stepped into it and gets it to Jones.
He made that look easy. I mean, that's a tough play, and I feel like it'll make that throw from third to first with barely, made it look easy.
That was a heck of a play. I don't really know there's any other way to put it. Then that was, just a really good play for him on ground ball to third. Now the 9-hitter Eli Cameron up to the plate for Shenandoah. He singled back in the third. He takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1.
That play right there kind of shows the key piece Tuzio actually is to this. Now he can field the ball really well. Pitch, hit, what else can you ask for?
Here's the 0-1, and Cameron grounds one over to McCall, takes some trots, throws it over to Jones, and that's how the inning ends. So clean frame for James McCall and company, and we go to the 6-0 Clarinda on the KMA video stream.
Your place at Northwest Missouri State University. From day one, experience a university like no other. In the classroom, you'll find career-ready academic programs and hands-on learning, not to mention championship sports teams and clubs. Find your passion and your people. Plus, textbooks and a fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition, with $19 million in scholarships and aid available. They also have a 97% placement rate. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Legacy Mutual Insurance, your family's needs and success are our priority. That's our legacy. Bringing added convenience to our clients is important to us, and our new office at 614 Holland Avenue in Stanton does just that. It provides a central location for servicing our policyholders and our agents more efficiently. Find a local agent at legacymutualia.com and see how we've been providing farm and homeowners coverage in Southwest Iowa since 1870. Legacy Mutual Insurance, a Grinnell Mutual member, now located in Stanton.
Well, we head to the 6th inning, and it is 6-0. Clarinda leading Shenandoah here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Tate and Amy with you here tonight. And it's the top of the order. Due up for the Cardinals, Taden Brown, Ronnie Weidman, and James McCall. Anybody gets on, Creighton Tuzio will get to the plate. Clarinda put on 3 runs in the first, added 3 more in the third, and they've left some opportunities on the bases at different times tonight. Gage Heron back out for will be his 3rd inning of action. And Brown showing bunt right away, pulls back, lays down. Got another situation for Clarinda where bunting for a hit. You've got somebody with Taden Brown, maybe not a lot of power in the bat, but very, very fast. If he can lay something down, they feel good with his chances of running it out.
Yeah, state track speed, I guess. I don't know what else to say, huh?
Yeah, no, he's got the speed. 1-0 the count. So 2-0 now the count to Brown, and he takes that one in the zone. And it's 2-1. So the 2-1 to Brown. Outer part of the zone called strike. And 2-2 the count. And that one Brown takes, and the count will be full of 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count to Taden Brown, leadoff batter of the 6th inning. And he takes the walk. Brown patient at the plate there, gets a leadoff base runner for the Cardinals. And Clarinda in the softball game continues to add to their brigade in the 5th.
They've got some sophomores over there hitting really well. I've seen a couple of them now.
They're young. They're really young.
Yeah, they are.
Here's Ronnie Weidman up to the dish for Clarinda baseball. Weidman showed bump, pulled back, got away from the catcher, Athan, and that'll allow Brown to show off that state track speed. He slides into second. Don't know that he needed to slide into second, but he didn't know that.
Might as well put some dirt on the jersey.
Yeah, might as well let it be known. Here's the 1-0. Weidman showed bunt. It's a ball. And it's a 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. Here in the top of the 6th. Heron fires the pitch. That one again got away from Athan. He kept it in front of the plate. It'll keep Brown at second. And the count is 3-0. See how aggressive Weidman is here. I'd imagine this is got to be really tempting for him to not take, and he does take, and it's a called strike. He was ready to go down the line with a 4-pitch walk, but Chris Johnson says, nope, that's a strike.
Those situations are just like, they're the
awkward,
funniest
right?
thing. They always start walking away, and then now I got to come back.
There's a 3-1. There was somebody in the big leagues one time that did that on ball 3, and nobody, I think it was Joey Votto, man. I don't remember. Bodman pops up a bunt. That's dangerous. Athan tried to make a diving play for it. Couldn't. That would have been a heck of a play had Athan been able to grab it. Give him an A for effort on that one. I'm ruling that a hit. That's a tough play.
There's no way
for
he
a
was
catcher to
that.
make.
Yeah. I mean, that was really, that would have been really impressive.
I'm not the official scorekeeper, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to be a nice guy.
I'd say it's a hit too, but I mean,
so up to the plate now is James McCall. McCall trying to help his own cause. That would have been a heck of a play by Athan if he's able to. I mean, I'm still thinking about if he's able to grab that. That'd have been Sports Center top 10 worthy. So the 1-0 to McCall with runners on first and second. Brown gets back safely as they threw over to Spangler at short. Brown at second, Weidman at first. And that one is in for a ball, and the count's at 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. James McCall has struck out, singled, and been hit by a pitch so far tonight. Aaron takes a look at the runner. Now McCall grounds one to third. And they pull the double play. They did. Nicely done by O'Rourke, the rising freshman.
that was a nice double play there. Just knowing the situation, putting your foot on the bag, and
it was right to the bag. O'Rourke steps on the bag. Didn't have to go very far. That makes a nice throw across to first to Graham, who's over there now. And I was a little hesitant because I couldn't tell if they got him at first or not. And the double play puts just a runner at second now for Clarinda. So Weidman goes to second. But there are two gone in this inning. Creighton Tuzio's up as we've got a infield meeting for Shenandoah. Softball's 11-4. Clarinda, they are in the fifth inning right now. Looks like maybe going to the bottom of the fifth.
What a huge fifth inning that was.
Yeah,
for
it was 4-4, and we turned around and it was 8-4. Ready to resume here is Tuzio. Awaits the first pitch. He had a home run back in the first inning. That one is in the dirt. Athan stopped it in front of him. It's a 1-0 count. So Ronnie Weidman at second for Clarinda, their lone base runner. They've had a little bit of trouble on the base pass tonight.
I mean, the last few innings they've left some runners stranded, and I think the reason for that is they've been getting picked off.
Yeah.
They've been.
Tuzio takes that one low. Ball was low. The throw is bobbled by O'Rourke. It stays in the infield, so Weidman won't be able to get up and go home. He'll move to third. And it's kind of a, you live by the sword, die by the sword thing, right? They're really aggressive on the base pass, and when it's working, that obviously means you're going to be able to score runs and move base runners. Also, it can put yourself in pickles sometimes.
Yeah, they've, I guess that's just one disadvantage of being aggressive.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to see a lot of those players get picked off, but it doesn't seem to hurt their spirits any. I mean, they're still.
Yeah, they're still going to. I mean, you do what you do. Here's the 2-0 to Tuzio. He takes low for a ball, and it's 3-0. So the 3-0 coming from Heron to Tuzio. Weidman with a sizable lead at third. Tuzio takes one low, and it's a walk to him. Puts runners on the corners for Clarinda. See, the Cardinals have stranded. They stranded one base runner in the second. Stranded all kinds of base runners in the third. Well, they left him. They had two in the third. Left two in the fourth. That one is a strike to Karsten Beckel. Didn't actually leave any in the fifth because they got thrown out.
Yeah, that's like the amount of base runners they've left stranded. I feel like it's probably more.
Yeah,
they've just been thrown out, and that's their third out. They're playing aggressive. So
here's the 0-1 coming up to Beckel with runners on the corners. Beckel just ahead of that one, fouls it straight back, and it's 0-2. So the 0-2 to Karsten Beckel is Gage Heron trying to get out of this inning without giving up any runs. It'd be another jam that he'd maneuvered out of, or Shenandoah defensively would have maneuvered out of. 0-2, and Tuzio, nobody was looking, and Tuzio kind of froze for a moment, wanted to retreat back to first, and I think he was trying to goat.
I think he was
trying to goat him into a throw.
He was trying to get the pitcher to throw to go to second and allowing Weidman on third to get home, but
yeah, that didn't give Heron credit. He didn't buy that one.
He didn't fall for it. He knew.
I mean, Tuzio had a lead, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to go. And Beckel chases one out of the zone for a swinging strike, and that's how the inning ends. So Clarinda strands two more runners. We go to the bottom of the sixth, 6-0 Cardinals in the KMA video stream.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
one more.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
Top of the order for Shenandoah here in the bottom of the sixth. Jade Spangler, Camden Lorimer, Dalton Nathan, and Jade Spangler grounds one to short. It's bobbled. No play on that one for Beckel from short, and you can call that an error or a hit if you want. I'm going to say probably an E6.
I'd call it an error.
I'm the worst when it comes to, do you give it a hit, do you give it an error? I know kind of the rule of thumb is routine play, but that can be a little, subjective as well. So the runner on, here's Camden Lorimer up to the plate. And that one is low for a ball, 1-0 the count.
I'm not sure if I could be an official scorekeeper.
No,
I couldn't tell.
I'm not good at making decisions. My wife will be the first one to tell. I'm not good at decision making, so that's too much pressure.
Well, there's a couple where I'm like, it's a good play. I mean,
Lorimer into shallow center and tracking that one and gloving it is Engstrand. There's one gone.
The catcher, number 14, Dalton.
So here's Dalton Nathan. He's got a double to his name tonight. Also struck out to end the first inning. Shenandoah trying to manufacture some runs, at least get it a little closer going into the seventh. Spangler gets back as McCall looked over like he wanted to throw to first, but Spangler got back safely. That one is a strike in there to Athan. 0-1 the count. So these two teams will meet again. I had the dates at one point in Clarinda. A little later. How about June 15th? They will meet in Clarinda. We will be looking forward to that one. I believe I'll have the softball call that night on the KMA video stream.
So they'll have some time to put some things together to beat the old Page County rival.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled back, and that's going to land on the baseball field. On the softball field, rather. Count remains at 0-2. So the 0-2 coming to Athan, the lefty. That one's low and away. Woodruff bobbled it on the return to the glove, and that's going to allow Spangler to move to second. Shenandoah has not had many opportunities tonight where they've got runners in scoring position. They had Jacob Rystrom at third in the second. He got thrown out. They did have a runner at second in the fourth inning. They led off with a double in that fourth inning and then ended up going down after that fly-out, strikeout, ground-out. So the 2-2 with one away to Athan. And he takes that one and misses just up for a ball, and it's 3-2. That's a tough one to take with two strikes.
Shen could really use some runs here. I mean, with this 6-point deficit.
Got to get something here. Here's the 3-2 misses, and it's a ball to put runners on first and second. With Jacob Rystrom up to the plate. Rystrom reached on air in the second, flew out to left in the fourth. We will see a courtesy runner. It'll be McManus coming in again, I believe, for Shenandoah. So he'll be at first. Spangler's at second. And that one to Rystrom's in the zone for a strike as he lets that one go on by him. So 0-1 the count to Jacob Rystrom. The 0-1. Rystrom hit. I think I hit him. Got him on the shoulder. Or no, they're going to say hit the barrel of the bat. I thought maybe it hit him. They're going to say no when he.
I thought it
when
hit
he
him
ducked,
too,
it hit the knob of the bat. And it's an 0-2 count to him. I mean, the way he reacted, I thought there was contact. He chases one. It was an uncaught third strike. He can't go because there's a runner at first.
Yep.
Now, the runners can still move from second to third, but since they were on the bag when that strikeout happened, he's not allowed to occupy the base. So he's down. There's 2 gone. So another strikeout for McCall. Puts Spangler at third, Athan at second.
I feel like we've seen a little bit of everything this game.
In their first strike. We haven't seen a balk or an illegal pitch yet. That's about maybe the only thing left on the bingo card. Here's the 0-1 now. Coming up to Gage Heron. He has singled and struck out tonight. He takes that one in the zone for a called strike, and he's down to the count 0-2. So 0-2 to Heron. McCall trying to get out of this inning. And he does. He got him chasing one. Just out of that one was Heron. Another strikeout for McCall. We go to the 7th. 6-zip Clarinda on the KMA video stream, KMAland.com.
In Agrivision Equipment know 2 things about the future of ag. 1, technology will continue to evolve, and 2, it's still all about the people that make it happen. Agrivision Equipment is looking for those people to share in the excitement of driverless vehicles, artificial intelligence, drones, and even more John Deere innovation. If you're excited about what this will offer the ag industry, you might be a fit for service technician positions receiving a competitive wage, benefits package, job growth, and stability. Apply at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
People ask me what my dad does. I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Let's go one more.
Berry, best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Welcome back to Shenandoah here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Pitching change for the Mustangs. We go to the 7th. They're down 6-0 to Clarinda, and they will go out with their 3rd pitcher of the night. This is Seth Zwickel. So Zwickel pitching. He had previously played in left. They'll put Cole Graham in left. Now, Graham had been playing in first. Graham actually started the night in right, moved to first, and is now in left. And Gage Heron, who had been pitching, who had also started the night at first, will go back to first. So if you're keeping track at home with a scorebook, 1, I don't know if anybody still does that these days. 2, thank you for that, I guess. Now you're caught up with all the defensive changes. We go to the 7th for Clarinda. It's our 6, 7, 8 hitters. Andrew Jones, Levi Wise, Leland Woodruff. Due out for the Cardinals, up 6-0. Trying to tack on some insurance runs before they turn over to the bottom of the 7th. We'll see how they attack the bottom of the 7th. James McCall's gone the distance for him so far tonight with the shutout. See if they let him stay at it. His first pitch to Jones is low for a ball. Softball, that game has been blown open. It was 4-4, and it is no longer 4-4. It's 14-4, Clarinda in the 6th. Cardinals in position to maybe end that game a little early. So that's a taken strike by Jones.
Yeah, with that Clarinda softball game, I've seen a lot of hits. They've been hitting the ball well.
1 ball, 1 strike to Andrew Jones. Zwickel with the 1-1. Jones just got a piece of it, fouls it back, 1-2. Andrew Jones tonight flew out, got on him. There was the drop third strike in the third inning. He was the strikeout in that. And, of course, when there's a drop third strike, if there's not a runner on first, the strikeout has the opportunity to attain first base as he chases that one and goes down swinging. And Shenandoah overthrew the throw at first to try to get him out. Not only did that get him safely on base, more importantly, it sent 2 runners across. And, I mean, really, you look at this game, Tate, and you take out that play and you take out the 2-run blast by Tuzio. I mean, I know we could probably nitpick the other way too, right? But, I mean, it's not like Shenandoah really did a lot of things wrong to put themselves in this hole. It's 2 mistakes has got them. I mean, that's a difference between 2-0 and 6-0 right now.
Yeah, and I mean, once you get down 6-0, it's definitely more demoralizing, I guess, from an athlete standpoint.
Yeah.
But I mean, if those mistakes wouldn't happen, it would have been 2-0. I feel like this would have been a completely different ball game. I feel like Shenandoah might have been like hitting the ball more. I mean, you just never know.
It changes the whole way you attack the game too, right? Maybe you're a little more aggressive in some situations and not as much in others.
Yeah.
As it's an 0-2 count to Levi Wise. Wise tonight is flown out. He is singled and he is grounded out. So the 0-2 to Wise. Ground ball to short. Spangler steps into the throw. It's going to be a tough throw, and Wise beats it out for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Levi Wise. That is his second hit of the night. And Leland Woodruff will come up to the dish. He is singled and drawn 2 walks. That's a good way to boost that on-base percentage. That pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Clarinda trying to get their first win of the year. And the time called before the pitch.
There's your bingo right there.
Yeah, Bach moves Wise to second. You've got to come set for at least 1 second, and I believe that is where the problem was Zwickel that moves Wise to first. There's so many nuances with the balk that I'm not smart enough to completely explain all of them. If I had Ryan Matheny or Derek Martin here, they'd be able to break that down. But nonetheless, it does allow Wise to move to second. Woodruff, lower part of the zone, I believe they call that one a strike. He had the leg kick like he was ready to take a hack at it, pulled back, and it was lower part of the zone for a called strike. So 1-1 to him. And then just nicks that second one, and it's a 1-2 count to Leland Woodruff. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Clarinda up 6-0. Trying to add to that before we go to the bottom of the 7th. Runner at second for the Cardinals in Levi Wise. And that one just outside for a ball, 2-2. Game going on 2 hours now here tonight. It's a 2-2 pitch. Coming from Zwickel to Woodruff. Woodruff fouls that one. Ooh, that's near some vehicles. And again, that's why you never park.
Never park by it.
Right along the foul line. And if you can take the company vehicle instead of your personal vehicle, do that as well.
Don't have to worry about
Here's the 2-2 coming from Zwickel to Woodruff. That's a called strike. Woodruff sat on that one, and he goes down. 2 away in this inning. Cade Engstrand, who has struck out. He struck out 3 times tonight. I believe that's what the cool kids call a golden sombrero so far for him. Trying to avoid adding to that. And he might. He'll drop that into, sliding play made in center. I thought it was going to drop.
What a catch.
How about the catch made by Camden Lorimer in center, extending himself to grab that one. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Clarinda up 6-0 on KMA Video Stream, KMAland.com.
For unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on. Look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit RogersRx.com.
Bottom of the 7th, James McCall back out of the mound for Clarinda. Shenandoah is going to go with their 6, 7, 8 hitters. Cole Graham, Cole Scammon, Seth Zwickels. So 2 Coles and a Seth coming up for the Mustangs. They'll try to mount some sort of comeback here. Last night I did Abraham Lincoln St. Albert baseball, and it was a 4-3 St. Albert lead going into the 7th. St. Albert was in control, and Abraham Lincoln put on 6 runs in that inning to win it 9-5. Shenandoah hoping maybe for a similar result. Obviously a tough hill to climb here tonight.
So you're saying the games you call is the ones that...
I've had some already interesting games this year. I was actually just right over there the other night doing Griswold Shenandoah, and I think Griswold left about 117 runners on base in a 2-0 win. Here's the 1-1 on the way now to Graham. It was actually 13, but it felt like a lot.
13 stills.
It might as well be 100.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it might as well be 117. If you're a baseball, softball coach, it feels like 117. 2-1 the count to Graham. The Tuesday night I did Kemper Trainer in baseball. Kemper was down 5-0, as that's a called strike to Graham. Came back, won that game 6-5. Of course, last night a really fun one on the hill in Council Bluffs. This is it for me this week with Shenandoah Clarinda. We'll have Harlan Lewis Central on Wednesday night. Looking forward to that, as that is low for a ball. Creston Glenwood baseball on the docket next Thursday as well. And Underwood Tri-Center baseball. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. I think in total, just made the broadcast schedule for the regular season, as that is fouled back by Graham to keep it a 3-2 count. We've got 29 total baseball/softball games coming up between now and postseason time. Looking forward to all of those. James McCall trying to get the complete game shutout. He's working a full count right now on Cole Graham. Clarinda softball is 2 outs away from a 6-inning win, as they're up 15-4. Graham just got a piece of that one, spoiling that pitch. So the count remains at 3-2. And Graham takes it for a strike. He goes down, and there's one away. McCall has struck out the last 3 batters he's faced. And my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, my very unofficial Velisca math education tells me that is 8 strikeouts for him. And a substitution in the lineup for Shenandoah now in an 0-1 count. 1 gone in this inning. McCall still in line for that complete game shutout with the 0-1. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So the 0-2. McCall just missed on that one, and it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. In a text message when she's really mad at me. Here's says Zwickle up to the plate. That sounded better in my brain than maybe it was coming out of my mouth. First pitch is to Zwickle, and he chases that one for a strike. Brings it to an 0-1. It's going to be a long season if I drop those jokes all year. Might not make it through the season. Here's the 0-1 from McCall to Zwickle. Got him swinging there, and it's 0-2. No, that was 3. They were off on the scoreboard, and that's strike 3, so another strikeout for McCall. He struck out the last 5 batters he faced. A complete game doozy from him, and Clarinda opens the year with a 6-0 win over Shenandoah. Tate and Amy, your thoughts?
What a game from James McCall and the Clarinda offense. I mean, they look like for the first game they were clicking on all cylinders. They got a few things they can clean up for their game tomorrow against Glenwood, but it'll be exciting to see how their season ends up. And Shenandoah, you know, they're pretty young. They got a lot to look forward to. They played good baseball. I mean, just a couple small mistakes made this a larger lead game than it could have been.
So Clarinda, 6-0 win tonight. They're now 1-0 on the year. They'll get Glenwood coming up tomorrow. Shenandoah falls to 1-2 on the year. They'll look to bounce back as well, as they've got a lot more fun coming up in the weeks to come. You can check out my full story later on at KMAland.com. Clarinda, 6-0 winner tonight here from Shenandoah. Saying so long for KMA Sports and Tate and Amy. I'm Trevor Manor. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.
Is that it?
Yep.